All right, welcome back. Lionel Ceballos again with Realty Executives. The second part, and right now we're going to be talking about how to actually kind of follow up with a client, how to set up properties for them to look at. Okay, so if you have a customer and he's looking for a Lakewood, most likely he's looking in Bellflower and Downey, right? So that's what we're going to set up right now. We're going to take a look how that is done. So in the morning, and you look at your screen and you have no new leads, then the first thing you're going to do is go to your active leads. Let's see. Ooh, just getting kind of jumping here. I don't know why. Come on, come on, come on. Active lead. Active stream. There we go. Active leads. Let's see. All right. So I have my active lead. So I got a new lead in Hammett.
You're in clients.
That's clients. Is that the same?
There you go.
Here we go. Okay. So I do have a new client. What's today's date?
The 8th.
The 8th. Looks like I got a client on 6/6 who I need to follow up. And so let's look. I know actually who it is. So it is the daughter of my client. Just because I know them, so my client signed up. She has her own profile. That's Teresa right here. But her daughter signed up because she wants to look at properties on her own profile. Okay? So let's see if it loads. We're loading. Okay, so the one thing you have to look at, every time you get a new client, who's paying attention to this screen? Right there. And basically the program is saying, hey, do you want to know the next time they come online? If you just had a client and they look at at a property, at an open house, and then they went and drove to an open house or whatever, maybe they went home, and they look at another property, you want to be able to...
That's only on the new leads?
That's only on the new leads.
So just when they just signed up?
That's just when they signed up.
Got it.
So you start also setting up the type of behavior that you want from that client based on their activities.
So can we ask and click notify?
I'm going to do that right now, and then you're going to see what's going to happen. I don't know what's doing this, man.
Maybe the phone.
We got it. Here we go. Okay, so watch what it's going to do. Okay, so you guys notice what the screen, it kind of gives you a notification in there, and it said it's activated. Okay, the next thing I look at is the lead rating. So the lead rating has given me her email, and I don't have a phone number. Since I don't have a phone number, the program says, hey, unless she gives you a phone number, it's about a 3. So that means the email is good. But you also want the phone number because they're not looking at their email as much as they're looking at their phone. Okay? So if you don't want to work with this lead, by the way, you can click this button and they will be unsubscribed. Look what it says. Clicking will turn off all phone, text, and emails. So do you ever get a client that says, hey, I'm not interested right now? That's fine. You click on that button and that unsubscribes them. It stops the activity that the program does so they don't get pissed off at you.
But
Okay?
they still can unsubscribe themselves because I got leads that they did.
They can. They can.
Yeah, they subscribe themselves.
All right. So for sake of this exercise, what would we like to do with this customer?
Well, if it's on email, maybe you can email yourself. That's
Send
what
them
I
an
do.
email to request the phone number.
Okay. All right.
Or send them a...
Okay, by the way, who's activating this? So there's 3 windows when you get a new lead that you got to pay attention to. And actually, Efren was the one that made me aware of this. So if you get a new lead, it says, working with this lead. Clicking this will mark as client, turn off aggressive marketing, and add them to your Google contacts.
Yeah.
However,
the problem that you were having, you put that one in.
so the program can do aggressive marketing, okay? So if you click on here, say, hey, yes, I am working with this client. The program now says, if you are working with this client, who has ever downloaded Client, the app? Do you use it? Okay, that will be another conversation. It is an amazing app. Okay, but that is a total different class on its own.
So that's another app separate from conversion?
It's the
Conversion provides it, but
It's,
it's a separate app.
What it is once they're already your clients, that they already agreed to work with you, then they went to there. So,
really?
yeah. And then there they do follow up, but then or those clients, you should be calling them like every day or until they buy, because they're already working with you. Conversion, what it is like a nurturing lead. You know, you're trying to figure out filtering, trying to figure out who's
When
good
it's
and who's
already
not.
filtered, you
So
take control.
once you get filtered, you move it into clients, you move it into the Buffini database, into your Gmail. But at that point, you should know exactly who they are, and they should know that you should know that they're working with you.
Okay, so did everybody get that? All right, so the next thing we're going to do, when she went and looked at, the properties she looked at by default were 3 properties from Riverside. So the alerts were set up automatically for Riverside. So I know what they want. I also know that they want Fontana. So I'm going to put my cursor there. And there's the city of Fontana. Okay, and then I know they also want, let's see, what's another city around Fontana?
Rialto?
Rialto. Rialto.
Highland, or San Bernardino.
Come on. Rialto. Okay, so now I'm going to,
So you put that on the value window, not the area?
what's that?
See, those are under value.
So when it says area, it means it gives you, if I drop this arrow, it tells me under what do you want to set it up. It could be a different thing. So I'm setting up city.
Got it, okay.
Okay, so the value could be square footage, it could be pools, it could be anything that you're looking for specifically. It could be horse property,
Yeah.
okay? Horse property ads, by the way, are hot right now. Okay, let me write this. Okay, so she already set up the minimum price and the maximum price. So she didn't set up the square. Okay, hang on. Oh man. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. It deleted it. So this is not working. Okay, so let's move on there. So you put the cities in there, and if you notice, I hope it gives me, oh, there we go. It tells you how many cities can you put in there, and the minimum is 3. But once you reload the program, it gives you 3 more. And if you put those 3 more, it gives you 3 more. Okay, and then in the bottom, it will give you a button for you to update those listings. And then it asks you, would you like to send this to them? And then it tells you, how often do you want to send it? Every day, every 7 days, every 2 weeks, however, every month.
Instantly.
So you send it instantly if what?
If they are like super ready to go on.
Yes. If you already talked to them, if they're really, look, if you look at your activity stream and these people are on the site every day, send them listings. Send them listings because they are looking every day. If they're not looking every day, maybe tone it down to every 2 weeks, maybe, every week. Follow it up with a phone call. Brian Buffini teaches us it is a phone call, it is an email, and a text. And a fax, I think. And a note. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Professor Mike. Okay, so the note probably is the most powerful if you get their address because they're not expecting that. They're not expecting that, so try to do that. I'm having a hard time navigating through this. It's not giving me.
Well, as you said right now, maybe sending the email instead of asking the phone number, it's just the address. I would like to mail out the flyer for you, and that's the excuse.
So,
And then, because sometimes asking for the phone only, they go,
Yeah.
But the address is better because you can start with a personal note. And then jump into the phone is even easier.
personal notes are the most
Oh, yeah.
powerful things right now because there's people are not doing it.
No, yeah.
And phone calls and emails and texts, you get them by the
Yeah,
thousands.
it's true.
Okay, so I just got another lead. Okay, so cool.
I don't know.
So
That's great, Lynn.
so check this out. So check this out. I put a. That's why I just told you guys. I had a conversation with a loan officer that called me and said, "Hey, do you have a buyer? A client of mine has a ranch out in Jurupa Valley. It is a 4-bedroom, 2-bath. It has a pool. It's really nice and clean." And I'm like, "Great, great, great." And I said, "Give me the address." So I ran the address, I ran the internet, and I ran the ad. I only shared it in 12 groups. It's doing so well all week long. All week long. This is an ad from there because it's out in the Jurupa Valley area. Okay, so I have from Michelle McCauley, I have just her email. Okay, and then it's a 3-star rating again because no phone. So when you don't have all 5 stars, it doesn't mean that the lead is bad. It just means that they didn't give you all the full information. If you upload, that's a good one. So if you all of a sudden contact this lead and then they give you the phone number and you upload the phone number yourself, now the lead is 5 stars. Now the program says, priority. Okay, so just know that. Let's see. Okay, you see this section right here where it says additional? When you send the lead your mobile app, this becomes a check mark. When any client that you have in your database, if they are using your mobile app, this check right here, this X is a check mark. So the more obviously you have that check, obviously the better. Okay? Let me see. It looks like the board needs to stay here and is working, so that's good. So I'm gonna see their activity. 2 homes. So the homes are where? Jurupa Valley. In Jurupa Valley. And this is the ad I wrote. This is the property that I wrote the ad on. Okay? Who wrote an ad on Monday that it goes live today?
I did,
You did.
the whole week.
So you took advantage and you already wrote your ads for the whole week.
Up to next Monday.
And I have to commend Virginia because she has not stopped posting. I told her no posting on Tuesday and Wednesday. She doesn't care, man. That's the reason I have my Facebook on all the time. And when if I go somewhere else and I come back, in my Facebook on the left side, it tells me everybody that has been posting. So I know when you're posting.
I posted on Monday.
How many did you post?
I got a lead. Just one.
My man, conversion works.
That's right.
All right.
Just one.
So how many, you did 1 post and how many shares? How many groups did you share the ad on?
3.
3.
What?
Wow.
In only
And-
3 shares. you
Give me the handshake back. That's lazy.
All right. I
Seriously.
No, I couldn't get around to it because I had to leave. I had an appointment.
Oh, that's right. That's
I
right.
had an appointment coming in, but when I was at the appointment, conversion called me.
Why? Why?
Because of the lead. checked
Really?
In the call.
The audacity.
Yeah. I was pissed off.
The audacity.
Yeah, so,
Okay.
but you know what? I did click 1, and I called, and the guy said no one lives there by that name.
Okay.
It was a little boy that said it. So
Okay.
I don't know, but
All right.
I'm gonna research it even more. Though, but
So
we did-
not bad for 3 posts.
Not bad.
You know, now what I've been using, cause see, sometimes I notice when you get a lot of clients, you don't really know like the name on the email. So I look them up, Conversion has a tab that you can look them up and you can see their pictures. So you say, oh, that's this person.
Oh, wow. So,
So
how do you do
that, oh, you go to a lead? And
So-
maybe for you, it'll be good to figure out who that person is.
Before I go through that, I want to explain to you guys what I just said earlier. You don't have to go to the Gmail platform in order to read your mail. You can actually read it free from here.
From Conversion.
All your emails are in there. And the program prioritizes the ones that are conversions. Yes.
Okay, he said he posted it in 3 groups. You say you did it in 12. Tell me about that.
Okay, so I'm a member of probably, I don't know, 100 groups, 200 groups.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm a member of a lot of groups. I'm always asking 1 or 2 a day, 1 or 2 a day. So I never dedicate like an hour or 2 to look for groups. So when I put in a specific ad like the Jurupa Valley ad, the first area I looked at is Riverside. I put Riverside and then I put Corona and I think I put San Bernardino and Norco. Okay, because Norco, you guys know that Norco is horse capital of the world. So if you have a horse property, that's the place where you want to be posting. Okay, so I posted in 12 different groups in that area. Okay, what I'm going to do with that ad this week, if the property is still available, which it is because it hasn't gone out of the ad. By the way, when a property is off the market, pending backup offers, whatever, is not in the program anymore. It's not going to show you the property. Okay?
Also, it's going to let the people know too.
Correct.
The property is no longer.
That is correct. Thank you, Michael.
Which is real cool.
Okay, so what I'm going to do this week, if I share it in 12 groups, I'm going to try to share it, or I'm going to share it in about 20 or 30 on this side. Because there's a lot of people on this side that are wanting to buy a ranch in this area is going to cost them close to $1 million of that kind of a ranch. So if they can get a ranch over there for about $680,000, that's probably where they want to go. And I want to have a conversation from this area that are interested in a ranch in that area.
Because doesn't Compton have horse?
Compton,
Whittier, and
Norwalk.
Bogotá Heights,
So they may be
borderline.
interested in going out there to the bigger.
you get more. You get that one. That one is a little bit more than a half of acre. It has 4 bedroom, a 2 bath, a pool, horse stall. It is a beautiful, beautiful property. Okay, and coincidentally, if you go into that property, the guys that gave me the lead or that called me, they were using exactly this. They were going live in Facebook talking about the property. They literally walked the whole ranch, inside and out. 3 of them having a conversation about this particular property. Having a conversation about this property. So they were able to engage, obviously. A lot of people saw it. A lot of people liked it. Okay? So the live video is huge right now. Huge. I did an event totally different than real estate this weekend, and I put about 7 videos. And one of the videos has over 8,000 views. Has nothing to do with real estate, but is being seen by a whole bunch of people. Okay? So those are your chances of doing something once, going out to do the next thing, and the effort is being multiplied because people are still looking at it. Okay, does it make sense? Okay, so let's look into her alerts. Let's set up her alerts. So what is near Jurupa Valley?
Beaumont,
Beaumont?
Norco.
Is it Beaumont? Doesn't come up.
Yeah. You are missing an A.
Hey, yeah.
B,
Hey.
A-U. There you
U.
go. It's from.
Oh, okay.
Beaumont,
Beaumont, okay. What else?
Norco,
Norco. Norco. Okay, so let me bring this down. She already set up the price. So they set certain parameters. See, this tells me a story, right? They want a 4-bedroom, 2-bath between 460 and 700. Is that a good lead to follow up on? Okay. So I'm gonna follow up on that lead, and then in the bottom, since I added 2 cities, I am going to update.
Another good feature is if they are a couple, add the spouse email so they both
They can both receive it. One feature that I started using, let's say for example, you set up a feature for a client, right? And you set up different cities, but now you don't know, you know what they receive or how many properties, but you don't know which properties. If you want to receive an email on the properties they're getting, you can check that and they'll CC you on. The program will CC you on it and say, this client is seeing this particular properties. So I would suggest if you have a really hot client, click on this button and allow them to CC you. So basically, well, I want to CC me, I'm going to do that. Okay, and then here's what I was talking about, the frequency. So in the frequency, how frequently do I want this client to receive it? Daily, bi-weekly, or weekly? Okay? All right, so right now, the default is instant.
Okay, so why did the box just disappear once you check the X?
Because it's telling me that I activated it. It's telling me I activated it. I no longer, it was asking me a question, so I activated it. Now the program is going to send me whatever they see, and you'll see it right now when I update it. Okay, so you can send, it's giving you another, it's asking you a couple of questions here. Okay, so it's, how many properties? Let's see how many properties came out. So it looks like 5 properties, 7 properties came out. Okay, so do I want to send this right now?
Yeah.
Right? Good. Now they receive the update. Now this client has more choices of properties that are related to the one they were looking at. Because the program cross-references properties that they're looking at. Okay? Real quick, I want to show you guys something. When you guys, in our listings, I know we want to end on time. So when you look at one of our listings and you want to do a post, it obviously gives you a choice to put in from here. So let's walk on this one, since we need to cancel it. So this property, if you guys notice, it gives you the ability in the bottom in here, it gives you properties that are totally related like it. One of the things that Amber taught me, and I don't know if you guys remember, these numbers are directly correlated how marketable they are compared to the subject property. So if I was to post this property, but I look at this property has a bigger audience already. Because most likely this agent already advertised this property everywhere. Some of these properties have 150 and 200 and 300 views on it already. So you want to put a property that's already getting a lot of activity.
Yeah, hot property.
So it's a hot property. So if I want to go ahead and see what this property is,
We can still post ourselves.
right. Yeah. And so what made this property, look at this, clearly.
Price reduction.
Those 2 words are making this property in the internet go crazy. So what you want to do now is be able to advertise this property. Right there. And now the program does the same thing. It resets and it says, okay, based on the new property you put, look at the property that you, in Cimarron, look at 160, the other property was 95. Yeah. See, it's a hot, so Cimarron is a hot property, so somebody else can use it. And then,
It was.
It was.
but so From here, you can also do a whole bunch of advertising.
And you can still choose to post on Craigslist. That's the second option.
So the Craigslist as well, I'm glad you brought it up. So Craigslist, you know how we were able to post directly from Craigslist? Is no longer allowed because our MLS took the feeds away from conversion and they don't allow them to post directly.
Okay.
You know how we were able to press one button, it created the ad and it went public and you adjusted and all that kind of stuff? Is not allowed anymore. That's the one feature that they took out. And they didn't take it out, it was the board that took it out.
But it still is back page?
Back page still in. Everything else is still the same except just Craigslist.
So if we want to post to Craigslist, we have to go directly to Craigslist.
You have to open an account and just go to the steps, as opposed to the program doing it directly.
I do have an account.
Yeah, you can do it. It doesn't stop us from posting in Craigslist. It just doesn't create the ad automatically the way it was doing it before.
Yeah, so, yeah, that's the one thing that I noticed. So can you set one up in front of us so the way we see how it's done? Because I haven't done Craigslist for a while.
It's pretty intense. It's gonna probably take me about 10 minutes to actually go. It's not easy as at all. You know how I used to do the comparison? How long does it take you to create a Craigslist account? Boom, I got it. Now you have to go load Craigslist, upload the pictures, write your content, generate it, get that. So you literally have to do it the old-fashioned way.
Now let's do it.
The old-fashioned way.
Post it on Facebook.
Until the boards change that. Okay, talking about the boards. Did you guys know that now the whole San Decor section is part of our boards?
What?
Who?
Yes. Where's San Decor? San Decor is whole San Diego area and the Valley of San Diego and all that area. It used to be that if you wanted to go to listings in there, you go into the MLS and you get a code and you log into their board as a reciprocal board. No longer do you have to do that. Now all the listings are open. They can view all of our listings in the north side and we can view all of their listings in the south side.
Great news.
So that is great news. I hope that you guys utilize it. Today's Thursday. I want to challenge every single one of you guys that are here, even you, Roberto, that are late. I'm going to challenge you to write an ad and post in 30 groups. Post in 30 groups, minimum. It's going to take you 45 minutes to an hour to post. So when you're ready to post, the posting time is from 5 to 7. 5 to 7. That's when the majority of people are in Facebook.
5 to 7 p.m.
5 to 7 p.m. Thank you.
On
Weekdays.
what day?
Today.
Today.
And the biggest day is Fridays.
What about Tuesday?
Tuesdays are for Virginia.
Question, I already set up for the rest of the week. If I want to change the day,
You can change it.
not the time.
You
I
can change
the
it.
time?
Yeah, you're in complete control. Just go to your post and readjust the settings. You're in complete control. Same thing, go to the arrow, the drop-down menu shows up, and then just change whatever you want to change. Okay? So, can I get a commitment on every single person that you will post today from 5 to 7 in 30 groups minimum? If you don't have, and then I'm also going to challenge you to join 10 groups today. Join 10 groups today. I used to join any group. Just any group that was in the area that had either 50 members or 300 members or 500 members. I am only joining groups right now that have over 10,000 members.
You know, on next Tuesday, you need to show people about groups.
I need to? I just want to.
Yeah. Just do it. Just do it. Just be like that.
Okay?
Just do it.
All right, so next Tuesday or next Monday? Next Monday.
Tuesday, we're meeting Tuesday.
Oh, Tuesday at 9 a.m. That's what you mean, right?
Because I know Anna was a little lost. I'm a little lost on, like you're saying, how do you know if they have, how many members, yada, yada, yada. That would be a great
I'm also going to challenge each... Tuesday 9 a.m.
do a conversion.
You know how we met with Doug Buffini? We're doing the same thing for conversion so we could learn.
Great.
And the other thing that I wanted to tell you for tomorrow, the only thing that is going to be different at our meeting is bring your notes. We're going to be writing the notes for tomorrow.
Bring your personal notes
Yeah.
What was
so you
it?
can write your
I
personal
have
notes.
an open house tomorrow, so I'm not gonna attend.
What?
Bring your personal notes.
I'm
Can you
gonna-
write your personal notes from the open house?
Yes.
Of course.
Okay, there you go.
Or either write them today and give them to me and we'll bring them to the office.
Ah, yeah, there's a, that's
Report.
commitment. That's commitment.
I always send you my report, that's more than enough.
Robert, Gilberto, you have a question?
Yes, when you say that now we're open to, search in San Diego, and all of the counties, how about the Supra key? Are we still able
It's
to use it
comparable.
without
It's
any?
comparable. It's comparable now because it's not infrared anymore, unless you're using the old one. It is Bluetooth enabled.
Okay.
So the only drawback to that, it would be if the agent where the listing is at, if it has an infrared Supra key as opposed to a Bluetooth, which is what we use in our area. Bless you. Okay.
Okay.
Any other questions?
I have an announcement.
Okay.
Next
Thursday.
Thursday.
we're having the Success Tour here, okay? And I would like each of you to bring at least one agent or invite one agent. Remember, we have our
Mike.
remember we have our rewards programs, which means that you guys will be making money on the people that we recruit, you know? Hi, Mom.
Seriously.
You're only fine. You're only fine.
All right, now what's going on next week is the Bikini Success Tour. Okay, it's going to be awesome, and we would like for everyone to bring one guest. Okay, what we're trying to do is get to 50 agents by the end of the year. We have Henry. I don't know if have Henry been properly introduced.
Probably not, man.
Okay, so why
Probably
don't you
not.
introduce him then?
Okay, yes. Get over here, man. Get over here. Okay, guys, so for a long time, we've been prepping up to add more tools and obviously, the whole technology we talked about. But one of the things we really need is obviously somebody that takes over a little bit of the time that Martin, Michael, and I do. So we brought in Henry Arellán, who is now our new recruiter in the office. So give him a big hand. Henry is a good friend of ours, and he is going to be a great tool to help us grow our office to the level that we want. I know he's making between 20, 30, and 40 calls a day to new agents. Working with him, all of us are working with him. So if you see him in here, encourage him. He makes the calls that we all should make. Meaning, he gets on the phone every day.
And can you say something about your background? Like, it's Henry's a good friend of ours, and I want to
Tell us who you
share
are.
something of your education. And
Yeah, I graduated from Long Beach State. I have a degree in business, finance, real estate, and law. I also in business economics. I was a financial advisor for quite a few years as financial planning. I've done accounting for a few years. I jumped into real estate as a private money lender. So I did private money lending for a few years. I ventured out on my own and did real estate investing for about a year. And now I'm here.
Oh,
So, yeah.
We're excited.
Yeah.
We're
and
excited.
I've been licensed in quite a few areas, mostly in finance. So I've held national licenses and I'm in the system and, don't have to worry about my fingerprints. But yeah, no, I'm excited to be here, and working in an office with this kind of environment is fosters a lot of success, I can see.
Well, welcome. Welcome. All right, so that's pretty much what we have. Next Thursday, I really want to encourage everyone to bring their A game. There is working in your business and working on your business. Next Thursday, you will be working on your business, working on your mindset, working on fostering your relationships with new people that are going to be here. The whole point of bringing new people is not just to have new people in here, but for you to practice actually asking them, what do you need? And these are my needs. All right? This is what I want. This is what you want. So we're done. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next class.